Hey guys, what's up everyone? Today I want to talk about how you can watch the news without all the bullshit, without all the propaganda, without the negative stuff. How can you watch the news and only really get the stuff you want to get? Okay, really the nuggets that really matter for you. Now first of all, let's start with what's the problem with regular news. And I'm going to show you here on my screen. This is BBC. I think pretty big news outlet. Um, and so when I say a lot of bullshit and a lot of negativity and unrelevant information, this is what I mean. This is just from today. Well, what do we have here? Titan sub victim, blah blah blah. It's something about the boat that sunk, searching for Titanic. Now, honestly, guys, what the fuck do you care? Okay, they died. That's horrible, but does it change anything about your lives? Can you do something about it? And is it even positive? No, it's not. So, what's the use of it, okay? And that's just the headline. Let's look further. Living without water in town devastated by dam sabotage. This is about Ukraine. I mean, you can maybe give some money to Ukraine. That's awesome. But other than that, it doesn't really change anything for you. What else do we have here? This is actually a fun one. This is the fun one. Weekly quiz: how do Zuck and Musk plan to face off? So sometimes they have some good things here. Sometimes they have some interesting stuff. But other than that, most of the news. I mean, if you like to know, it's nice. It's nice to know that there is a water shortage in Ukraine. But really, you can't really do much. You cannot do much about it, and it doesn't really touch you. And this is when there are actually things out there that could be interesting to you. I mean, I used to be the guy that wouldn't watch news at all. I used to be a guy that's totally isolated, which the life is really cool, but often you cannot fit in well in the conversation because you just don't know what it's talking about. I feel like you have to have some kind of touch with the world. But doing so through the common news outlets, BBC, or especially stuff like CNN, the stuff that you know a lot of what they're saying are lies, you especially want to stay away from that. And so I had this problem where I wanted to keep up with the world, just like you, keep up with the news, but I didn't want to get brainwashed with all this propaganda, and I also didn't want to have all this negativity. And I found a solution, and it's easier than you think, perhaps even too easy. And it's called simply Twitter and Telegram. Now, why those two? There's actually three things, but those two, the reason I chose them is because both Twitter and Telegram, they have little filters on what you can post there. It's just if you go on Instagram and you try to say something about, say, Andrew Tate, you're probably gonna get banned because you're not allowed to talk about this. But on Twitter and on Telegram, that's not a thing. They don't filter the tweets based on your political views. Do you know what I mean? So that's really what makes them so amazing is that it's not filtered. So they show you all the feed for as much as I know. And so basically what you can do is, for example, here on Twitter is you can follow a bunch of pages that you found interesting. A bunch of people, for example, here I follow Coach Corey Wayne, and sometimes he'll share something like this is Prigozhin that says something, blah, blah, blah. But this is different because that's people you know or people you admire, people you like hearing, and they're sharing stuff with you. And the difference between this and the BBC, say, is BBC sharing stuff for everyone, and a lot of it is unrelevant for you, whilst this is really stuff that is relevant to you, because a lot of it, I mean, it's relevant for you. You know, you Tristan Tate, some people from the Red Pill community I follow, especially also here on the right, the trending Andrew Tate, Elon Musk, blah blah blah. It's also interesting because it's really something that matters for you. I don't have the Telegram open here, but in a Telegram it's a bit different. You have to follow the right channels, but if you do, it's still a great source. A lot of those channels really source good information without all the bullshit that comes with the main news outlets. And so those are the two. And the third one, which I haven't mentioned yet, is kind of a different. It's just you isolate yourself from all the news, but you stay in so close social contact with people who do watch the news. And so what happens then is those people, they work as a kind of a filter. They will only share stuff with you if it's really important. So for example, I don't know what could be this important. I know, say a war started. That's pretty important. Like if a war started in your country, you'd better know that. And so if you only get the news from your friends, this will be the one news that will come to you. But all the other bullshit about the... Well, what do I have here? Here, like, this is so irrelevant. 4-boy toy from the 1990s revived by Hasbro. Who the fuck cares? Like, honestly, maybe if you're a 90s kid and you know what this is, maybe it matters for you. For me, it does not. So, really, guys, I recommend you using those three, being Twitter, Telegram, and just in general from the people around you. Only get news from people you like, from people you know that they are relevant to you, and that way you get the best news. Anyways, this was a bit short video, but I wanted to share it with you because I find it important that people follow the right news outlets without the bullshit, without the irrelevant information, without the propaganda. People really get, they can stay updated properly with the right information. Anyways, that was it, guys. Hope you like this video. Subscribe to the channel, and I see you in the next one.